Hi there, welcome to Sugar Mind. From fanged deer to rabbit-like creatures with teddy bear faces, here are 13 cute, crazy, and downright weird animals you've probably never heard of. Let us begin. 1. Aardwolf. Don't let the name fool you. Aardwolves are related neither to wolves or aardvarks. Rather, their name means earth wolf in Afrikaans, a reference to their voracious appetite for insects. Native to East and Southern Africa, aardwolves are most closely related to hyena. Having said that, you're more likely to find them tearing into a termite mound rather than a carcass abandoned by a lion. Aardwolves can eat up to 200,000 termites in a sitting, imbuing them with both protein and moisture, allowing them to live successfully in some of the driest corners of the planet. 2. Bilby. The bilby is a rare, desert-dwelling marsupial from Australia, renowned for its long tail, silky fur, and big ears. Also known as a rabbit bandicoot, the bilby has become a symbol of Easter in Australia, replacing the Easter bunny, with proceeds from the sales of chocolate Easter bilbies used to ensure the species' survival. With their strong forelimbs and well-developed claws, bilbies are fearsome burrowers. In fact, a female bilby's pouch faces backwards to prevent it getting filled with dirt while she's digging. 3. Pink fairy armadillo. The smallest of all armadillos, and only found on the grasslands and sand plains of Argentina. Pink fairy armadillos are unbearably cute, measuring less than 11 centimeters long, with a pink shell and white silky fur. Their pocket size makes them sought-after pets. Sadly, their natural habitat is also being lost to agriculture and cattle ranching. Organizations like Xenarthrans are doing everything in their power to ensure the species' survival. 4. Chinese water deer. Native to the Yangtze floodplain and some parts of Korea, the Chinese water deer is more closely related to a musk deer than a true deer. The males have no antlers. Instead, they grow long tusk-like canines, giving the breed the fearful nickname of vampire deer. Not that you are in any danger should you encounter one in the wild. The tusks are largely ornamental and used to root around for food. They're not after your blood. They much prefer to nibble on weeds, grasses, and herbs. 5. Streaked tenrec. Despite being covered in spikes, the streaked tenrec is not a hedgehog. Sure, it rolls up into a ball when it is threatened, and it will shoot quills into the mouth of any predator silly enough to try and eat it. But it's more closely related to otters and moles. Tenrecs are native to Madagascar, and you'll find streaked tenrecs scratching around on the floors of the rainforests in Ranamafana, looking for worms and other insects to feast upon. Largely nocturnal, stumbling across a streaked tenrec is sure to give you a fright. 6. Star-nosed mole. Found in the more moist parts of North America, the star-nosed moles are not uncommon, just uncommonly seen. The distinctive star-shaped organ on the end of their nose is touch-sensitive and made up of over 25,000 minute sensory receptors that they use to feel their way around. No bigger than an average hamster, these moles also use their noses to blow bubbles underwater to sniff out their prey, making them the only known mammal that can smell underwater. 7. Ilipica. First discovered in 1983 in China's Tianshan Mountains, the incredibly rare Ilipica was not seen again until 2014. Known locally as the magic rabbit, it is thought that there are less than 1,000 in existence. Looking like a short-eared rabbit with a teddy bear face, Ilipica like to eat grass, herbs, and mountain plants. They spend the summer collecting food that they stockpile amongst rocks in distinctive hay piles. Scarcer than pandas, Ilipica are rarely spotted in the wild, although camera traps set around Tianshan Mountains are giving scientists a better idea of how this elusive, magically cute animal lives its life. 8. Markhor. Known as the Old Man of the Mountains, this extraordinary goat is only found in the remote mountains of northeastern Afghanistan and Pakistan. Despite its strange and unexpected appearance, it is Pakistan's national animal. Sadly, it is also on the world's most endangered wildlife list. Bizarrely, Markhor spittle is highly sought after as an anti-venom. It is easily harvested. Markhor are sloppy eaters, so when they chew their cud, spittle falls from their mouths and dries on the ground. Locals simply scrape it up off the ground. 9. Sunda colugo. Also known as flying lemurs. These gentle creatures are not in any way a member of the lemur family. In fact, they're quite closely related to primates. Colugos spend their lives holding onto the trunks of trees in the jungles of Southeast Asia. This is when their gray and brown fur comes in handy and acts as excellent camouflage. They use a flap of skin called a patagium to glide from tree to tree, saving energy and avoiding predators. The young will hold onto the mother's belly while she glides and moves around looking for food. These shy, cute animals aren't looking for prey, though, as they're all herbivores. 10. Raccoon dog. The most extraordinary thing about raccoon dogs is that they are not related to raccoons at all. Despite having faces that look identical, these East Asian dogs, also known as tanuki, are most closely related to foxes. Raccoon dogs have also been significant in Japanese folklore since ancient times. They are portrayed as mischievous and jolly and are famous for shape-shifting. Many Japanese homes have a small statue of one on their bookshelves. 11. Quoll. With their beautiful spotted coats, quolls are as cute as a button. Native to Australia and some parts of Papua New Guinea, these carnivorous marsupials have been tucking into small birds, lizards, and insects since Miocene times. Sadly, quoll numbers have dropped dramatically since the ill-advised introduction of cane toads into Australia. The slow, lumbering pests represent a quick and easy meal for the nimble quoll, but the sacs of poison along the toads' backs are deadly. Thankfully, breeding programs in Tasmania ray wilding quolls far from the toad's main stomping ground in northern Australia. 12. Balochistan pygmy jerboa. Looking like a cross between a tiny chicken and a mouse, the three-toed Balochistan pygmy jerboa vies with the African pygmy mouse as the smallest rodent in the world. Weighing in at less than 4 grams and barely 4 cm tall, they are native to Pakistan. In particular, the dry plains and sand dunes of the Balochistan Desert. Should you come across one feeding, get ready to be charmed. Existing on a diet of wind-blown seeds and dry leaves, they raise their food to their mouth with their tiny little hands. 13. Margay. In the deciduous, tropical, subtropical, and cloud forests of Central and South America lives the margay, a small wild cat that tends to lead a solitary life climbing through the trees, looking for rats, tree frogs, and squirrels to eat. Its stature and spotted face may be reminiscent of an ocelot, but rest assured the margay has a few key differences. For one, its tail is longer than its hind leg, whereas an ocelot's will be decidedly shorter. Sadly, margays are quite rare, having suffered at the hands of the illegal wildlife trade in the 1990s. They are now classified as a near-threatened species. And that's 13 cute weird animals you never heard of. Thank you for watching. See you next time.